Yo, what's good? Everyday Superpower, the place where you learn about body language, relationships, engagement, human dynamics, game, everything in between, alright? There's two links in the description of this video. One of the links will take you through to the playlist I have compiled of my older material entitled The Catalogue of Body Language. You're going to learn how to read people through their subconscious behaviours by clicking that. Second, there's a link to the Patreon as to where you will join me in watching real life first dates. I'll show you attraction and repulsion cues in real time so you can identify them in real life and internalize that behavior. Now, might be a brief one, I might ramble on for a bit. We've got something to talk about today. I'm going to talk about something you can say to break the ice. I'm going to talk about a fantastic pickup line, and I'm going to talk about how you can attract women through one statement, yeah? And you think, well, what's he on about? Pickup line? Surely, no, it's a bit corny in it. I don't want a pickup line. Well, brilliant, because I've got one that isn't corny whatsoever. If you happen to engage in someone, albeit momentarily, and you find them attractive, yes, no matter where you are, who they're doing, if you're engaging in conversation, or even if you're not engaging in conversation, and let's say, for example, you want to cold approach someone and you are in proximity to do so, ask them this: how are you doing today? Just turn to her and say, how are you doing today? You're at a counter, beautiful girl opposite the counter, doing her job. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? You're in a group of friends and there's a girl there who you like but you've never really spoken to before, but you are within proximity to ask her, how are you doing today? You alright? Guess what, right? Do you know why this is so effective? Because it's indirect. You are not showing sexual attraction. You are showing interest in the person, but it's so vague and there's no depth to it. Bro, there's so much depth to that question, because guess what? I would say the majority of the time, you will be the only person to ask that person that question throughout their entire day. Alright? I do this on a regular basis, and it's mad because I decided to do this video because I was speaking to someone who I deemed beautiful, and I had only spoken to them momentarily. And her eyes light up and she says, you know what? No one's asked me that. It's nice to be asked that. Puts the ball in their court. It's a question they have to answer. They will tell you something about themselves so you can continue engaging in response. You leave your narcissistic, ego-driven self to get beneath the skin of the other individual, which is what all effective communication is built on anyway. And automatically you are flicking attraction switches purely as you, yes, not only care for them, but you separate yourself from the masses who are just so self-indulgent and self-absorbed and involved and just want to talk about themselves all day. Now you are opening the floodgates for them to relieve themselves emotionally, expressively. They can tell you a story from this point, and you can hear them out, and you can respond with a little know-how of your own basis. And let's say you don't know what they're talking about. How are you today? Oh, I'm okay. I saw insert zany film title. And then you can say, what's that? And then they continue talking. And before you know it, you've become a therapist of sorts, as to which they are now expressing and projecting their emotional value upon you. What was the quote? You talk to a man about himself and he'll talk for hours, right? Do that with the women. Do that with the women. Imagine as well, if it's a beautiful woman. It doesn't even have to be a beautiful woman. It can be a woman full stop. The main majority of men are going over there and trying to sell themselves by talking about themselves. But you've completely flipped the script. You've gone over there, asked them about themselves to express themselves, and now they're selling themselves to you. The feminine upwards to the masculine, you see? This is the game. How are you is incredibly potent, and it sounds too good to be true. It sounds too good to be true. Right? Be normal. I did a video as of recent entitled, it was around the concept of don't try to impress her. Because when you're trying to impress her, you're putting her on a pedestal. And on a subconscious basis, she's going to look down on you in complete understanding what you're trying to do. Why are you trying? Oh, look, this person is trying to impress me. And if you're trying, you are craving for her validation. It should be the vice versa. So get her to express herself. Oh, I've seen this film. And then you could say, oh, what, you've seen that? Oh, why did you choose to go and see that film? You see that? Now we've created conflict. I'm not a pushover. We're different. But I'm still willing to hear it and engage over our differences. Politically speaking, you are woman, I am man. You are black, I am white. You are yin, I am yang. You are left, I am right. We're not going to get along over everything, but we can compromise and meet in the middle. You see? I'm not chasing you, or at least that's what you believe. And now you have to prove yourself to me. You have to qualify yourself to me. Explain to me why that's a good film, because I thought that was rubbish. I wouldn't go and see that. I don't say that in a disrespectful manner. I say that like we are friends and we've known each other for ever so long. And it all came down to me just asking, how are you today? Now imagine if she told you some emotional value. Oh, I'm a little bit upset and that. Why is that? Tell me, okay? Nobody's there to listen, but I'm here to listen. I'm different. You've only just met me, but now you can develop this depth of connection with me that you haven't done with people over the past years. And I'm just here after asking one question. I'm here to listen. And listen to this, right? They'll tell you, and then you'll inquire further, and they won't know anything about you still. You're still the mysterious character with a whole island of information that they have to uncover. So you don't give up the game when we talk about being in the friend zone and stuff like that. Yeah, she looks at you as her boyfriend without the sex. You provide to her everything her boyfriend doesn't, as far as it being emotionally there and connected and present. But she just doesn't give you pum-pum, you know? It's not to be confused with that, because you've not given up any of yourself, yet you've uncovered so much of her. And you can admire her beauty and start to delve into her character. And of course, you want to know about her character because you find her attractive, right? That's why you started the conversation anyway. Because you found her attractive, and now you can start to explore her interests. She'll feel amazed because somebody cares and is observational and is showing interest on a level which isn't just like purely sexual. You're not trying to do some, primitive breeding dance with her, You're just genuinely interested and you're caring, and she knows your eyes are only for her at that particular moment in time. Let her express herself and sell herself to you. Ask her, how are you doing today? Are you alright? And see what comes. I'm signing out. Peace. Click like and subscribe.